Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and about 24 hours ago, there was this big Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary celebration video that was put out that apparently has a ton of announcements in it that I know nothing about because I wanted to watch it with you folks in a stream. I thought that could be fun. I've never done anything like this before. I generally just live stream myself playing through Final Fantasy VII, not reacting to videos about it. But we got Obamacare's in the chat. That's fantastic. Howdy, Obamacare. How are you doing? As well as I'm sure that's how you say that. But how are you folks doing? So, we're going to get right into it. I love Final Fantasy. I've played through the original 2 times probably now, using math, because I did it the one time and then the second time, and I got halfway through, and now we're maybe a quarter through, or a third playthrough on stream, so I guess 1 3/4 times. And then played through Remake a couple of times now. I've seen Advent Children. I know the world. I know what's going on. I'm not super deep into the lore, though. I'm not the Final Fantasy guy. I don't know all the characters, by heart, and this is going to be mostly just me reacting to things that flash on the screen and not really having much insight for you. So, Daryl, welcome to the stream, by the way. If you folks were coming here hoping that you were going to get some in-depth analysis and me just really digging in deep with my endless troves of knowledge, you're going to be deeply disappointed because I know so little in contrast to most people. I played through Final Fantasy VII for the very first time in 2018, so I don't have a lifetime of experience with the franchise, but I enjoy it. I've loved it. I've loved it since the first time I played it, and I'm excited to see what they're bringing us. Things that I expect, I assume we're going to talk about the mobile games. I'm sure we're going to get a mention of the one mobile game that's out that I've never played. What's it called? First Soldier? We're probably going to get Ever Crisis mentioned, and then I assume we're going to get something about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to stop talking. Well, no, I'm going to keep talking. This is a reaction. You can go you can go watch the video without me watching the video if you wanted to see the video without me talking over it. But I will be talking over it for the entirety of this stream. Possibly the game or the audio might be too loud. You'll have to let me know in the chat. Kiss Obama and Daryl if it's overwhelming. This is fantastic though so far. I'm really loving this massive letters slowly scrolling past. Oh, choice. Genuinely. Oh, look at this. This is... I mean, the fact that I have to basically cache the words in my brain to figure out where it's going. I'm assuming if I recognize the things happening in the background, I would know. This was Crisis Core. Yeah, see that? I predicted it. I am being a little bit facetious. I don't know if I like this. I feel like this could have been done better without gigantic letters. It's going to keep going, though. We're getting Dirge of Cerberus. I don't understand the order in which these things are going through. It's certainly not release order, and it doesn't seem to be, canonical timeline order either. Did we miss Advent Children? Was that mentioned at any point during that? Okay. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm excited. You some folks excited in the chat? I've got my LTTstore.com water bottle. Not a sponsor. Just thirsty.
Cloud, let us defy destiny together.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
You're gonna do what?
Okay. This is just Remake. Just finished playing through this for the second time.
This will be to cherish for the rest of your lives.
This is just a reminder that this exists. I'm very excited too, Obamacare. Oh, you know what this is? Oh, this is the Steam announcement. I already knew it came to Steam. I saw that on Steam earlier. So I'm assuming that's what this is.
Surrender to the...
That or they're just reminding us that this is a thing? Which I'm on board with, you know? People might have forgotten. The game came out in 2020. It's been a couple of years. Okay, so it's the Remake Intergrade. Yeah! Look at that. That was a prediction and I got it right. Now, granted, it was a prediction as it was happening, but still...
Final Fantasy VII 25周年放送、Final Fantasy VII
Dribbled water down my front like a
セ
toddler.
レブレーションの案内役を務めます北瀬義則です。この放送では FF7 に関連したさまざまな情報をお届けしていきます。短い時間ではありますが、皆様にお伝えしたい最新情報がたくさんありますので、ぜひ最後までお付き合いください。
I'm not going anywhere, sir. I'm going to be here with you till the very end.
ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードの Steam 版の配信決定のお知らせでした。
Am I going to triple
Steam
dip?
ユーザーの皆さん、お待たせいたしました。ついに
I already own it on PS4 and
PlayStation
PS5.
4版ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクはおかげさまで皆様に大変高い評価をいただきました。昨年は PlayStation 5版、そして PC 向けにはファイナルファンタジー
Yeah, that's right. It's been on the Epic Games Store.
エピックゲームストアで
Ugh.
発売いたしました。
I'm not spending money
こ
on
の
there.
度 Steam でリリースすることでさらに多くのプレイヤーの皆さ
I
ん
kind of feel like
でいただきたいと考え
like I have to buy it on Steam to incentivize them to bring the Kingdom Hearts series to Steam
一部地域で
because I'm not getting it on Epic. Oh, but Steam Deck.
Steam デックなら場所を選ば
So I guess they're just confirming compatibility.
お楽しみ
It's got to be with like Proton, right? They didn't release the Linux version.
25周年
That would be so cool if they did, though.
ください。
Oh, I'd be well on board with that. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I would get that because I don't know what I would do with it. I don't really have a room or space that's themed after Final Fantasy VII. If I did, like if I had a bathroom themed after Final Fantasy VII, I would absolutely own that, as well as the Cloud statue. I like Roche as well. Oh, that's cool. Again, I'm here for like video games and things. Strictly. Not really interested in music or accessories. Exciting for the people who like it. Now this, though, actually, a new arrangement CD as well as 25th anniversary playlists available on music streaming platforms. Okay, now that is actually cool. Final Fantasy VII has some, like, absolute bangers, and I do listen to the soundtrack currently on YouTube. Thank you to the folks who have uploaded that. But, I don't know, would I buy a CD? Did they mention vinyl?
FF7 25
I might do that.
ファンの皆様と楽しめるようさまざまな試みを準備しております。楽しみにお待ちください。それでは FF7 モバイルタイトルの情報を続けて
Okay, mobile games. I called that too. I mean, to be fair, I didn't actually call the intro with the Steam thing until it was happening. So we're gonna say, hey, my first soldier. I'm knocking it out of the park with predictions. Very obvious predictions that everyone knew going in. What is this game? I've literally never played this or even really looked at it. Is this any good? I'm just staring at it in silence because I have no idea what to make of any of this. Okay. I don't know. Do I need to download that? Is it all just one big gacha game that I should avoid at all costs? I don't even know what you actually do in it. It looks like it's multiplayer. Is it some sort of like shoot 'em up? Obviously, based on what we just saw. Hey, here we go. See, this I want to be excited about. But I'm worried because it's a mobile game. So is it just going to be one gigantic excuse for over-the-top monetization and like nickel and dime you through the whole thing? Like I don't want to get too excited in it just because of that reason. But also, what if it is really good? And also, why is it not coming out on Switch day one? Because let's be honest, Switch is basically a tablet with built-in controllers. So if it's coming to iOS, you might as well put it on the Switch. But then again, maybe it's harder to like do all the nickel and dimey sort of microtransactions on Switch. I don't know. I don't know what the incentive is. Obamacare says, I'm scared it will be like Diablo Immortal. That is a very genuine concern to have. Because that game is, in terms of monetization, absolutely cooked. I don't know what they were thinking. Kiss Kiss, I agree. I agree. I hope not either. Because it's just such a nice, clean... I mean, can you even really call it a remake? It's more like a... I mean, I'm sure it's been built from the ground up, but it really is just like a visual overhaul. And it looks like, at least for the Final Fantasy VII, it's just the original game, and it looks pretty. I understand that all the other games are also being remade with the same, as I understand it, the same, like, combat style as the original game. So something like I assuming they're doing Dirge of Cerberus, and they're doing things like Crisis Core. Those are going to play more like turn-based, is that right? Hey, Cult of DW! There's a name I haven't seen in a long time. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I want Ever Crisis to be good. I really do. I'm not being pessimistic about it. Oh, okay. Closed beta in 2022. Well, maybe we'll know. Maybe we'll know then.
現在配信中のファイナルファンタジー7ザ・ファーストソルジャーの新情報とファイナルファンタジー7エバークライシスの最新映像をお届けいたしました。続いてはこちらをご覧ください。 FF7 ファンの皆様にはきっと
Okay, here we go.
情報に
Here we go! This is gonna be part 2, right?
私自身も非常に楽しみにしております。
I'm personally excited about it too, sir. I still don't know what it is. Also, I don't know what that scroll wheel thing is up over here.
Boy,
Oh,
boy.
oh, we never went full screen. Oh, yeah, we did. Hold on.
The price of freedom is steep.
I guess the scroll wheel's just gonna be there.
Zach speaking.
Making progress, Zach.
Wait a minute.
And Gio. I can cut loose, right?
Wait! Wait a minute! This is just Crisis Core! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, they're remaking Crisis Core!
Soldier first
At the very least, it's heavily graphically overhauled.
ago. He went missing during a mission in Wutai.
You know, I've never actually seen you use that.
I've not played this game, I own it!
Waste.
On the PSP, and I don't own a PSP.
Tear and rust.
I got it after I played through Final Fantasy VII Remake for the first time, because I was like, okay, I gotta figure out what's up with Zack. You know, because I know his story from the original game. And of course Kingdom Hearts, which is definitely canon. But I just never got around to playing it. Look at this, looks amazing!
Gave birth to the man we know.
Also, hey Lena, welcome to the chat.
Project G.
Project Genesis.
Settle down, Zack the puppy. What do you know?
So wait, is this Zack's new voice actor as well? Because it kind of sounds like it. Dude, this looks awesome. Okay, this has got to be like a ground up, like, remake of the game. Oh my gosh.
Not quite.
That's New Aerith.
Church.
She looks great.
What is your dream? To become first?
This is exciting.
No.
To become a hero.
Ah, good. Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
Embrace your dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor.
As soldier!
Oh man. Oh, that's a heavily loaded little action scene right there. Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion. Reunion. Oh, this is exciting.
さて次の映像が最後
Wait, we're just gonna breeze past that? Hold on, no, I gotta go back. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch! Hey, I love my Switch. All of the Xboxes and Steam. So this is like on everything day one, I guess? This winter! I completely didn't even see that! Oh my gosh, that's exciting! Oh, I cannot wait. Okay, so that's coming out at the end of the year.
最後の情報です。
Oh, what system am I going to get it on?
それではどうぞご覧ください。
Probably. I mean, I want to say PS5. Wait, what did he just say about this? I'm sorry.
次の映
This
像
will be our last one for today. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop talking. We'll talk about it all when this is over.
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever.
This is part 2. Absolutely.
Has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
Oh my gosh. It looks fantastic.
He wants to reclaim his birthright
Wait,
and rule over the planet.
is this going to Mount Nibelheim? Is this a flashback? This is a flashback, isn't it?
I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
Dude, this looks amazing.
You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
I'm trying so hard to find you.
It's our boy.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
What? What? Rebirth. So not remake part 2. Oh, I like that better. Remake always had like a double meaning anyway, so it's fine.
ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクプロジェクトの第2作目にあたるファイナルファンタジー7リバースを発表させていただきました。現在チーム一丸となって鋭意制作中です。そしてリメイクプロジェクトの発表時から複数作にわたって展開することをお伝えしておりましたが、ファイナルファンタジー7リメイク、ファイナルファンタジー7リバース、そしてその先のもう一作の全3部作ですることを、
So they're gonna somehow cram all of this,
まず
everything that's left,
リバースを
into 2 more
していただ
games.
き、ぜひ
Okay.
その完結までお付き合いいただければと思います。25周年もそれ以降も皆様にお楽しみいただけるようチーム一同尽力してまいります。本日はお付き合いいただきましてありがとうございました。
Well, that was absolutely fantastic. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've got to rewind. I have questions. Not even about Final Fantasy, not even about Rebirth here. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. That's exciting. What is Sephiroth's endgame? What is Sephiroth's endgame? What's he up to? Because we know what it is in the base game. I have a question though about this.
Protect your honor.
As soldier! Come and get it!
Okay. Crisis Core reunion. Hear me out. I'm gonna do not even a theory. This is hey GSNL. What is up? Welcome to the chat. Okay. I have a theory, and it goes as follows. What if this game is a faithful 1-to-1 recreation of the original all the way through, and then right at the end, when you finish the game, what if there's like a bonus level, or like a bonus mission, or a bonus chapter, where instead of it, you get to replay the end of the game? But, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who doesn't know what happens at the end of Crisis Core, because I know what happens at the end of Crisis Core, because it's kind of spoiled in the end of the original game, and plus I just know the story of Crisis Core. Me? Gungaga. Oh my gosh, we get to see me Gungaga in HD. But what if, okay, so you finish the game, it ends the way that it ends. What happens to Zack happens to Zack. And then you get a final chapter where you get to do it again, except he gets through, right? Like, I'm just gonna say it. He doesn't, what happens to him doesn't happen. And it leads into, from Rebirth, this right here. What if they're connected, right? So you get the Crisis Core remaster, and it's exactly the original game, but then there's a little bonus content right at the end where you're like, try that again. And you try again, and then it ties into Rebirth. And you get this scene
To find you.
where our boys make it out and they make it back to Midgar.
Feel like I failed you.
Wait, whoa, hold on just a minute. Wait a minute. I've just had like a moment where everything clicked. This is Midgar, right? Is that a missing plate being rebuilt? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so we can assume we're going into the weeds a little bit. Again, I'm not an expert enough on the events of Final Fantasy VII and the remake and all the expanded materials, but we can assume, based on what we know, that Zack and everything we see about Zack in Final Fantasy remake, integrate, intermission, all that, is that he's in like a different timeline or like an alternate reality. So does that mean that in the timeline where him and Cloud are right now, something happened to one of the plates at Midgar? Like, because we know they dropped the Sector 7 plate, but that should be well after this. What are they building right now? Because it looks like construction, they've like started rebuilding. What is going on? I still like my idea. I still like my idea that you get a bonus at the end of... I'm sorry, I'm skipping around this thing. I still like the idea that you're going to get a bonus right here at the end of Crisis Core. The whole game plays out. You get all the way to the end. And then you just... A new chapter loads you into this. How cool would that be? Because look, they didn't even rename it. Look at the name. Look at the name. It's not Crisis Core remade or remastered. It's Reunion. Why that name? Why that name? Why that name? Oh, is Nomura in any way involved in this? Because if he is, he loves his insert the rest named series. I'm so excited for this as well. This is so exciting. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. My mind is reeling. I mean, everything at the start of the video was fine, right? Like, okay, so they've got that mobile game. Okay, so the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Integrate, Intermission, DLC, all that, it's coming to Steam. That's exciting. I might buy it for a third time. The mobile game stuff is fine. What is it called? The Ever Crisis looks cool. I really want that to be good. Oh my gosh. Really want that to be good. But then this is actually the thing I'm most excited about. I mean, obviously the trailer for Part 2, it's called Rebirth, that was great. But I feel like we saw more of that game at the end of Intermission. Where if you finish the Intermission DLC, it had a bunch of stuff of them like traveling and whatnot. I don't know, though. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. I mean, I could sit here and stare at this screen and theorize and make notes. Alik said Aerith is resurrected. What do you think? Oh my gosh. I mean, the name of the game is Rebirth, so... Because we know, like, there's meaning in these names. Final Fantasy VII Remake was not a remake of the original game. It was you playing through the story. You are remaking the story of Final Fantasy VII as you defy fate and all of that, right? So there's, like, a deeper meaning to that name. So what does Rebirth mean? Does it mean that Cloud's going to, like, become a baby again and be born? No, that's not what it means. But yeah, maybe. Aerith is resurrected. So we finished Intermission, and we had the scene at the end of Intermission where it is Zack coming up to the church, and everyone's in there crying, and the flowers are withering. And, the theory there is that in whatever timeline he's in, Aerith is dead. So is she going to be reborn in his timeline to fix that timeline? And then does that mean he has to die? And does that mean she has to die anyway later on? I don't know. There's so many different elements to it. I don't know what to make of any of this, honestly. My gosh. It's exciting, though. And 3 games! 3 games! They're going to try to cram... there's a lot of story left. Everything in Midgar takes about... I mean, it took us like 7 hours because we were faffing around. But really, it's like 6 hours, I think. 5 or 6 hours normally. And then the rest of the game is the majority of the game. Right? So everything after Midgar. Which means... they're cramming the majority of the game into these 2 titles, and they're going to have to cover some ground. So what are we getting in Rebirth? That's my question. So I'm pretty sure what we saw when they were making their way up, like here, pretty sure this is them heading to the Nibelheim reactor. I think this is what they're talking about here with Tifa, where he's talking about how, because we've already seen that in the flashback as we play through the original. He must assume she was dead, and that's what they're discussing. This definitely seems like the environment around Nibelheim, so that's what's happening here. So we can assume they get that far at least, and then probably what, Golden Saucer, or Gold Saucer, we should say. I have no idea. They're gonna make it to Gongaga? Gongaga? They gonna make it to Wutai? Well, I mean, we have no way of knowing until it comes out, but still. Okay, well, I didn't have that much time to set aside for this. I figured, good 20-minute stream, just watching it through and discussing it. But wow, this is one I'm excited about. It's coming out this year. I've never played through the original systems. It's coming out on everything. I mean, my gut tells me to get it on Switch so I can play it handheld, but I'm probably gonna want to stream it. So maybe PC, but then again, I've played through the entirety of Remake on PS5. I guess maybe it's gonna come out physical, right? This isn't just gonna be a digital release. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll get it on everything. I'm not going to do that. That would be ridiculous. Steam, they specifically mentioned when they were talking about the Steam announcement for Final Fantasy VII Remake, Integrate, Intermission, etc. that they mentioned the Steam Deck, right? So does that mean that that's sort of a focus for them? Are they going to make sure that all of their games are Steam Deck compatible? If not with a native Linux port, then at the very least making sure it runs good with Proton? Because if that's the case, I mean, I primarily play on Linux these days. In fact, I exclusively play on Linux. The only thing that I've rebooted into Windows for is Halo, and I haven't played that in months. And Assassin's Creed, but I haven't played that in months either. But does that mean that that's like a focus for them going forward? And will they be making Crisis Core? Will they be making sure that Crisis Core is compatible with the Steam Deck and with Proton? Because if so, that means I can play it on Linux. I use Pop! OS. You all probably saw it earlier when I backed out. I'm a big Pop! OS fan. It's fantastic. Lots to consider. Do we know the release date? So for the remake of, or the whatever this is, for whatever Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion is, it said that it's coming out this winter. Yeah, available this winter. So that's anywhere, November, December, January, one of those months. Hopefully November. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And then for Rebirth, it says next winter. Yeah. So next winter that's coming out. So we're going to have a good long gap. And I would not be surprised if that was delayed. I know that that's not ideal, but I don't feel like this is so far away. You can say that they're announcing next winter because they're pretty confident it'll be done by then. You can say that it's far enough away that they're sure they have plenty of time, or you can say that they're being very vague with it because it might get delayed. I don't care. I don't care if a game gets delayed. It's always sad because you're excited for a game to come out and then you're like, oh, I gotta wait longer. But I would much rather have a game be delayed 2 or 3 years than have a broken mess of a game. You know what I mean? Like a Cyberpunk situation. No one wants that. So, but this is good. This is exciting. I'm going to go now. Thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.